あの声
ついに始まりました。僕はこれです。もう一つシュワッと誰か抜いてくれ。おい小さいなんでもするからおつけろ。船求めてけど人影たゆそれにこの集体さらす心の準備だ。あ管理されてるはさしが穴があったら入りでさがついにトラジゼコの今こそ伝えるべし 今度しょってから千葉背はかしごぶりかさんばおったおせおけおって
ダメです
はおったおせおけおって
ダメです
もうこっち一切抜けんのじゃもっとみっと早くスイッチでもっともう一つシュワッポ誰か抜いてくれおい小さいなんでもするからお続けもお腹満たしたいで
ダメです
お風呂入りたいで
ダメです
お花摘みたいで走り人生も
ダメです
皆さん今までありがとうございました。おにぎり背はかしごぶりかさんばおったおせおけおって
ダメです
はおったおせおけおって
ダメです
もうこっち一切抜けんのじゃもっとみっと早くスイッチでもっともう一つ歩いてくれおい無事なんでもするからお続けも誰か抜いてくれ
Deathmatch. Time to get our heads dirty, Black Ops. Get to work.
You gotta be fucking kidding me! You dingus.
Nice. We're pulling ahead. Damn it, we've lost the lead. We've taken control. Come on, you're losing this fight. You gonna let a bunch of company assholes beat you? Fight back, damn it! Damn it, they must have hacked our comms. Go dark. We'll pick you up later.
What the hell was that? Slide him. I told you to stop calling me, Woods.
The lead is ours.
Yeah. I'm not getting the headshots. Dude's like SVD, lame as fuck. It's a sniper rifle. Look, bro. Snipers are snipers. Get good. Pick the goddamn meta. It's like all those people who pick the fastest assault rifles and SMGs. Bobtron, I'm 10-0.
You have what it takes.
Hack!
We're ahead. Stay alert. Marshall's people are no fools.
Hostile shooter. Enemies and mission success. Damn good day to be. Enemy is down.
Wait, I'm the top guy? Shh. I got a 4 KDR. That's actually my best. And it wasn't all Dragunov. Lay some hate on him.
Locking down Charlie.
Initiating objective.
We control Zone C. Losing B. Sniper, get down. Securing all zones. Bravo is armed. Lead's armed. We lost B. Securing Alpha. Locking down Bravo. We're losing Charlie. Damn it, we've lost the lead. We got the lead, now hold it. They're taking C. Losing Bravo. Taking Alpha. We're losing Charlie. Bravo lost. They're taking C. Taking B. We're losing Charlie. Securing B. Taking Bravo underway. Bravo zone secure. They're taking C. Losing B. Lost B. We're losing Charlie. Lock it down, Bravo. Watch my 6. Taking Bravo underway. All zones lost. We've lost the advantage. Taking A. We've locked down A.
There is no fucking way!
We're losing Alpha. Taking C. We've lost all zones. Zone C secure.
We have all these people who could fucking 360 and they can't fucking capture the goddamn fucking zones!
All zones lost. B locked down. Securing Zone A. Losing Bravo. We've lost all zones. Zone Alpha captured.
Target ID.
Taking B.
Be me, 26, in a relationship for 3 years. Quotes because sometimes it felt more like a lease. He's 29, quiet, calm, the kind who reads instead of argues. We rarely fought, but he always had this annoying thing where he was right. About everything to order, people's intentions, what would happen next. Like a walking spoiler alert of life. So when he plans 5 days in a beach town we used to dream about, I was already over it. Told myself I needed a break from his quiet knowing, his smirks, his looks when I snap was break, but deep down I was just hoping for an escape from him, even if we were technically traveling together. We get there. Perfect. Like lime green. Check into this Airbnb by the sea. He picked it. Of course he did. It had one of those outdoor showers and a record player. He played Norah Jones like we were in a montage. shock on I pretended not to notice. He asked if I wanted wine, said, "Whatever you want," without looking up. He poured it anyway. Next morning, he goes for a run. Classic. Leaves with the sound of the waves and so I my phone. Open messages. He's still in there. Mark. From work, lean, tan, confident in a cocky way. The kind of guy who says, "Your trouble," after a 5-minute convo. We started as jokes. He made fun of my coffee order. His handwriting looked like. And one night, he asked what perfume I wore. Said it, lingered on his thoughts. Something my boyfriend never said. At least, not in the last year. So I message him. "At the beach, lol. Bored already?" He replies instantly. Should have. Then I type, "Bet you wouldn't make me listen to jazz and share one pillow." Here's a photo. Shirtless. Backyard. Golden hour lighting. Caption, "Beach vibes without the beach." I reply, "Rude," with a heart emoji. Then delete the chat, just in case. Boyfriend comes back sweaty, says, "You'd love the boardwalk right now." Smiles like he's sharing something, say, "Maybe later." Looks timid but doesn't push. Classic him. Just lets me rot in silence and calls it peace. Next day, he books us a kayak tour. Seems excited. Tells me to wear that bikini he likes. I instead says, "Beautiful." I say, "I know." What's worse than we paddle through mangroves. Guide says, "Stay close." I drift just a little too far. He leads my boat back. Says, "Don't you?" I pretend I didn't hear that. That night, we go to this beach bar. He orders Falcos. And caption, "Sandy toes, not sorry." Mark in messages, "Me not alone." Brain says no. Fingers type, "Not." Temperature. Knee strapped down just slightly. Send to Mark. Say, "Wish you were here to fix this tan line." He replies, "I'd fix more than that." Bite my lip. Chat me to the Airbnb. Holds my hand. Says, "You've been distant." I shrug. Say, "Just tired." He nods at me. Why does he leave me? Next morning, he makes pancakes. Very because I once said I liked that. 2 years ago, he remembered. I pretend to enjoy it. Scroll while chewing. Sneak out at night. Stomach flutters. Brain buzzes. Boyfriend leans in, kisses my cheek. "Love you." I say, "Thanks." Night falls. Boyfriend says he's tired. Asks if we can stay in. I say I might take a walk. He nods. Says, "Don't stay out too late." God, was he always like this? Hard to leave. Down the street. Mark's already waiting by the corner. Hop in. He smells like cologne and risk. Drives us to a different part of the beach. Emptier. Darker. No hesitation. His hand slides up my thigh before I say anything. We don't talk much. In the back seat, sand still in my shoes, skirt hiked up, window fogged. I let him. Didn't even think. Didn't even ask. It wasn't love. It wasn't hate. Just static. After lights a cigarette. Says, "You're not like the others." But he doesn't look at me. I'm already thinking. Drops back at the corner. Says, "Tomorrow?" I laugh. Say, "Maybe." Walk back in silence. Boyfriend's asleep. Let the pour on. My towel folded. His book on the couch, open at chapter 6. He reads slow, always savoring. I love it filled. Go to bed. Can't sleep. Feel itchy under my skin. Mark messages, "Can't stop thinking earlier." I don't. Boyfriend is cooking again. Eggs, toast, coffee the way I like it. He says, "Slept okay?" I say, "Yeah." He doesn't push, just hands me a plate. Like, we walk to the "I hope you're happy." I say, "Why wouldn't I be?" He says, "Because I can feel you slipping." I stay quiet. Me, you always look for something more, but you never ask if more is better. I want to scream. I want to defend. I want to say, "Mark made me feel it." Even that would be a lot. He smiles, not smug, just sad, like someone who knew before page 1. That night, I check Mark's story. He's with someone else already. Different girl, different beach, same lines probably. Boyfriend same go. Not just in his body, in the way he doesn't reach for my hand anymore, in the way he reads with headphones in, and that's it. Not regret, just this cold, sharp truth. He was right. About Mark, about me, about how some people don't want love. They want drama with a good soundtrack. Because if I do, then I have to admit somewhat right, somewhat wrong. I live with that, so forget it. Day after month, late. Look, pancakes in the fridge. Even be mad at March, at this whole me on cute, hit and run. Laugh, him, lol. He blocked me. Classic. He likes sunscreen. I'm not pressed. I'm above. Boyfriend comes. My stomach tightens. He led in the eye, says, I know. Doesn't blink. I saw your messages. I saw Mark. I know. Heart stops, then flares into anger. Why was he snooping? Who checks someone's phone on vacation? That's a huge invasion of privacy. He just shakes his head, says, you cheated and you're worried about Say, you never made me feel wanted. Classic deflection combo meal. He laughs, low, disappointed. I always knew you'd do this. I was wrong. But why does he always sound like a tragic movie line? Tell him, you're not exactly exciting either. He doesn't respond, just walks into the bedroom, packs his bag. Like actually starts folding clothes. Zipper noise, take a gun. I say, you're one mistake. He says, no, I'm leaving because you made it twice. Oh, he knows about the other time. Forgot I used Mark's name before. He remembered. Of course he did. Walk out onto the porch, try to act unbothered. He comes out with his bag, says, you know what's most? Says, it's not that you cheated, it's that you made me feel like loving you was stupid. Stare at him. Say, maybe it was. He nods. Yeah, but I loved you anyway. Way doesn't look back. Text LOL. She replies, men are weak. But it doesn't help. Feel like the weak one. 3 days later, scroll Instagram. His profile updated. New picture. He's hiking. With a girl I've never seen before. She's not hot, but she's cute. Soft eyes, natural smile. Caption. Grateful for new beginnings. She comments, you make peace feel like home. He replies, stalk her page. She bakes, she journals, she has a degree in something whole occupational therapy. One of her pics says, he makes me feel chosen every day. She's a dishwasher-safe version of me. No rough edges, no sharp soft hands, and modest captions. Send screenshot to Sasha. Say, rated LOL. Sasha replies, men always pick the safe bet when they're... Even that feels hollow. Go back to my own feed. Post bikini pic from the beach. Caption, his loss. For some reason, not getting much replies as I used to, but I'm sure some simps will bite eventually. Not like I'd even look at them, though. Sit in my room. The old voice notes from him, where he said, I want to build something with you. I replied, I'm not a construction site. Back then, I thought I was clever. Now I just sound exhausting. Much as I hate to it, about Mark, about me, about how good was never good enough for me, but I won't say sorry, because that would mean giving him closure. And he gets paid. So I tell him I won't handle a strong woman, say he left because I was too much, because that's easier than admitting I'm the one person who actually meant it when he said, I see. Still, he thinks he's right. I just wish he hadn't been.
hand. All targets declared hostile.
God damn it! What a fucking nerd. Shit, he just fucking disconnected.
Feel that? They're about to break. Give them a nudge. All units prepare for exfil. This one's ours.
Pop them up and move out, people.
Sniper is down. Drop them.
Three more, and then we gotta get. Okay, we got this. We got this, chat.
Securing C.
Crimson 1 taking the objective.
Zone C secure. We've claimed the advantage, now hold it. Taking B. Secure. We're losing Charlie.
I fucking hate all those jumpy little dweebs.
Bravo.
They're not home. I need 2 more.
Securing zone C. We're losing Charlie. All locations secured. We lost Charlie. Losing B. We're losing Alpha. Down. Hold the enemy back. They're taking C. Lost C. Losing Bravo.
He's still standing there.
Losing B. Taking Bravo underway. Located.
How did they not?
Locking down Bravo. Losing Alpha. We lost all zones. Taking B. Taking Bravo is ours. Down A. Losing Bravo.
Eyes on shooter.
Losing B. They're right where we want them. Finish the job. Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. Five.
Red flag, Crimson mission. Enemy maneuvering. Right.
I just need one more headshot kill, but we're going to take another break.
Early 30s, very online, in a city apartment. Still get called by friends, but never really felt it. Dad's in his 70s, retired, old school, barely texts, makes awkward jokes. Not the emotionally available type, always working, always tired. After one side, it was just me versus the world. I always post about breaks, healing generational trauma. All my friends nod along. Bounce Queen? See more posts. Women shouldn't have to babysit, period. Dad keeps calling, wants to talk. I barely answer. All self. He's just lonely. Men never build social circles, not my problem. Day, he asks, "Can you help with groceries this week? I'm slammed with work, self-care routines. I want to stay independent, right?" But says, "Sure, don't worry about me." I rationalize, if men want independence so bad, let them have it. Group chat with the girls. Men will literally die before asking for help. It's not our job. Everyone sends laughing emojis. Someone posts a meme. Deadbeat dads needing help for once. LOL, imagine. One friend, Clara, posts, "Honestly, you sure you're not just running away from responsibility? Brush it off. LOL, stop. You know I can't alive." Lingers. Way longer than I want to admit. A few days later, I see Clara at brunch. She's been caring for her mom after a fall. tired, doesn't joke as much, leaves early. Slowly, the group chat goes bad. Everyone's busy, less supportive, nobody really checks in anymore. Feels like the more I focus on myself, the lonelier it gets. Nobody wants to hear about boundaries now that it's not trendy. Realized the only person who beat today was my dad. Kind of funny, all that empowerment talk. Nobody wants to help each other for real. A few weeks pass, with his random texts. How do I transfer? Do you know if my pension gets direct? Every text feels like another burden. I send him links, tell him it's all online now. He just replies with thumbs up, probably didn't even watch. Later that week, I find myself scrolling through all messages by accident. Of Dad in the background with a cheap camcorder. Remember him picking me up after every dance, never late, never complained. Weird how you forget that stuff. Your group chat lights up with new meme. Boomers can barely use Google. How are they even alive, lol? Can't help but laugh. But something about it feels now. Me when I walk past a stranger at Target. Reminds me of sitting in the back seat on rainy mornings. School, coffee breath, cheap suit. Don't tell anyone, just keep scrolling, hoping the memory goes away. Hitting old stories when we talk, like I'm still 12. Friends say, he's probably got early dementia, better get him in a home apartment down. Sounds cold, but kinda makes sense. Think of the TikToks about breaking the cycle of codependency. Decide I need my can't be his therapeutic for start pushing the idea of retirement home. Sell it as progressive elder care, all the best amenities, you'll my friends. He said, I'd rather here, I don't want to be a burden. I snap back. You won't be? That's what the stuff is. You'll be fine. You're a grown man. He just looks at me, nods, like he already lost the argument. Group chat. My dad is always active. Girl, you only have one life. Don't waste it. Everyone acts like cutting him off is normal. Someone else shares a meme about deadbeat dads. Nobody mentions the time just to afford my dance lessons. No one sees the tired way he used to stand in the crowd at every recital anyway. Just easier to pretend dads don't feel anything. All those years he worked doubles, never missed a parent each night. Would buy himself new shoes, but had every supply for school. Used to say nothing every time I caught him limping after work. Even now, doesn't complain, just wants to stay in his own home. I ignore the voice in my head, reminding me who always fixed my car, who taught me to ride a bike. Myself, it's my time now. I deserve freedom. Text friends. Setting boundaries is self-care, not selfish. Questions it, get heart emojis, and proud of you, reacts. Still feel a weird knot in my stomach. I book a few people. It looks lost. One place is run by my ex's startup. Modern furniture, inclusive care. Decide that's the one. Feels less like I'm dumping him somewhere. Friends say, brave move, you deserve your own life back, not his nurse. Post on Instagram. Proud to prioritize my own life. Dad can handle himself. He always said, so inspiring. Dad moves in, sits by the window, silent, keeps asking if I'll visit. Promise I'll come every weekend. Meanwhile, Dad tries to make friends in the rec room, clutches an old birthday card I made him in 3rd grade, all smudged marker hearts. Watches other parents get visits from their kids. He tries to chat with the guy about baseball. Conversation stalls out. Keeps glancing at the door every time footsteps. It's me. Staff tries to include him in activities. He just shakes his head. Polite, but distant. One nurse jokes. Another one whose kids are too busy, huh? He just smiles, doesn't argue. Ends up in his room, sorting drawings like that. First week, I do visit. Post selfies with Dad, big smile, hashtag breaking the cycle. He barely eats, just stares at the door, says, thanks. I tell myself, men always say they're tough. He'll get over it. Work gets busy, friends' birthdays, dating apps, whatever. A week goes by. Skip my visit. Send Dad a text. Sorry, slammed with work. Next week, for sure. Just okay. 2 then staff leave messages. Your father's having trouble adjusting. Visit. Roll my eyes, tell myself he's just stubborn. My friend. He needs to grow up, can't depend on me forever. She agrees. Men are like kids, always need rescuing. Feel better for a second, then remember every time he patched up my skin, every time I called him. I wanted to hear your voice. Brush it off. He'll bounce back. They're not trained for his personality. Boy, they don't need anyone. Then blame women for being alone. His job bottle. Good man. Get a bill in the mail. Additional services for full recovery. Never read the details. Just pay. Being hear from a nurse. He slipped in the hallway. Nobody found him for almost 2 hours. Brushed it off as normal for old people, but he tried after. Saw the call 1:14 a.m., but didn't pick up. Communication. The next morning, quick text from him. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you're okay. Never replied. Too busy with meetings. Staff tells me later. He kept telling everyone he didn't want to bother you. One said he was in pain, just limped around, waiting for me to visit. Dad tries calling a few times. Leave him on red. Put it off. Phone lights up with a missed call from him. Let it go to voicemail. He just says, "Hope you're doing well, sweetheart." I convince myself he's fine. Men always say they want space. Get busy with girls' night, new dating app matches. Somehow, can't shake the feeling he's waiting anyway. Eventually, just mute his number. Out for drinks, friend says, "If I ever end up in a home, just shoot me, lol." Everyone laughs. Good thing women have real friends. Dad, just change the picture. Pops up. Hope you're having a good day, kiddo. Swipe it away. Too busy scrolling memes. Later, realized that was sent on his birthday. Didn't even remember until I saw at the dad's birthday. His only message that day, just left on red, no reply. He called mail once, probably just to hear my voice back. Go to play it after he's gone, finger slips, accidentally deletes it. Never even listened. Now to hear one more time. A few months pass, get a call from the home, missed it, check voicemail. Your father's not adjusting well. Please visit. Think about collecting. Leave him on red again. One Saturday, open my calendar, see a note. Visit Dad. Almost call him. Finger hovers over his name. Group chatting. Tell myself, I'll see him next weekend. He'll be fine. Close the phone, toss it in my bag, head out the door. Later, realize that was the last weekend before everything changed. If he called, maybe it'd be different. Then the call comes, mid-scroll on Instagram, thumb hovering over a known number, almost pick up just to stop the noise. Voice on the other end, continental. This is Riverside Manor. Is this Eric? Heart drops. Suddenly wish I was still and the phone to Mom. She says it straight. I'm so sorry to tell you, your father passed away last night. Second thing goes silent. Told her, like the windows are open. How? But don't really want the answer. Staff says, peacefully in his sleep, no pain, we found him this morning. The word found sits in heavy, can't swallow it. Start crying, ugly, choked kind, not movie tears. My mind starts running circle. Did he try to call again? Was he alone for hours? Want to ask, is any at the end? Can't make my mouth work. Then adds, he kept your phone. Always told us you'd be there soon. Hang up, stare at my phone. Going up about weekend plans. Scroll back, reread every ignored text, every next week promised. Try to cry but feel numb, like the grief can't get through all the excitement up. Look at my reflection in the phone screen. Makeup from brunch. Call my closest friend. Goes to voicemail. Just leave a message. Hey, my dad. Never mind. Sit on the floor for what feels like hours. Hugging my knees. Wondering if he cared at all. The next day, go to the home. Expecting some closure. But it feels more like someone else's mistake. After the box, say, he wanted to drop it. Just nod. Say, sorry for your loss, like they've practiced it 1,000 times. Start to realize this is what being alone really feels like. Staff hand me a box of his things. Old photos, my childhood drawings, Father's Day cards. He kept all of it by his bed. Even the stick figures latest dad ever. He kept them all. Crumpled edges from being handled too much. See a letter I wrote when I was 12. Thanks for always picking me up when I fall. Wonder how many times I fell is away. His old post down. Notice a dusty calendar on the wall. My birthday circled in red ink. Call my girl. Scribbled beside it. His handwriting looks shaky. Probably written draw thick him. Staff mentions he always told us she'll come soon. Just busy at work. Never once heard him complain. Excuse me. I bailed on it down, but just leave it there. Nurse tells me he used to hold your photo. Said he hoped you'd visit again. Another said he cried times. We were. Never saw him cry. Acted so stoic at home. Thought he didn't care. Never realized he just didn't know how to ask. Walk around the home, see his face on a flyer. Our residents feel at home with us. My dad's smile, staged for a moment. Call them, they take it down. Want to be there. They say, then why'd you put him here? Feel something crack, but tell myself, this is just how life goes. Find a note in an old album, mom's handwriting. If I go first, don't let him be alone. He won't ask for help, but he'll need it. She realized I failed both of them. Sit in Dad's empty room, holding my own hashtag empowered posts on my phone, deleting one after another. Prioritize myself. Don't abandon themselves for men. In reality, freedom cost me the only person who ever cared about me. No friends come for comfort, just more DMS about work and meme in the group chats. Scroll through all birthday cakes, Dad always grinning behind me. Graduation, him tearing up but pretending it was allergies. Remember the long nights he'd help with homework. Never asked. Just quietly did everything. Now there's nobody left to call. Stare at the empty inbox. No new texts, no missed calls. Feels like standing in an empty house that echoes back every I love you I ever ignored. Remember all the times he fixed my drove me to events, to the school concert. He never complained, just quietly shut up. Feel guilt spiral, regret calling him a burden, posting about doubting help for once. Talk to staff, find out he was left for days. Place was understaffed. I just ran over my own gut. He died after falling in his room, no one checked for 9 hours. See it now, my boundaries were just home. He was old, these things happen. Can't blame myself living my life. Scroll empowerment, none of them make me feel better. Write in private. Strong women don't abandon the people who post. Think about posting it. Decide against it. Get a DM from Mia, one of my friends. She says, "You don't have any regrets?" I laugh it off. Can't stop thinking about it all day. Then see another friend. Stop. Find out she's been caring for her own mom. Nobody posts about empowerment anymore. Start to wonder if we'll just run away from anyone who needs us. Next week, funeral. Family, barely any stuff. Stand there alone. Teach hours. Bring a generic speech. Friends come. Too awkward. Too busy. Realize it depends on nothing if you cut off everyone who loves you. Go through Dad's stuff at home. Find self-help books. How to talk to your adult daughter. Bring the loss of a wife without breaking your kids. Never knew he even cared about getting closer. He tried. Old-fashioned way. Saw his slowness as all the jokes I made about men being disposable. See my own tweets? Just another man, LOL. Find old voicemails. Dad, just wanted to say hi. Love you. Hope you're okay. Feel like I failed him, but too late for that now. Few weeks later in a new promo. Our residents feel Dad's photo, staged smile. Nobody really cared what he wanted. Scroll through old memes. Men should just get over it. Remember staff saying he missed his daughter every day. He didn't want to be a burden. I made him one anyway. Scene, sit alone in my apartment. No calls. Just the sound of the fridge humming. Realize, maybe free is nothing if it costs you everyone who ever loved you. Write in my notes. Until you're the only one left. Look, finally let myself cry. For once, nobody asked about it. Stand at the grave, one little friend beside me. Realize all those empowered posts never called back. I need someone. No Instagram story, no meme, no DM. Just me and a memory. Remember Mom's old words? Father. Look up at the sky. Say sorry. Left to live. What do you think? This is simple, or just making sure? Maybe I broke the cycle. Maybe I just stronger, right? Can't blame myself for wanting my own. Keep telling myself that every
Where the fuck did they come from? There's number 100. Fuck you. Why isn't somebody protecting me? We're almost done. Chad, I'm leaning so left. bitch. I keep getting so many.
Be me. 92 at the time, and non-profits. Always believed in hate, even when they said otherwise. Not in a man-hater way, just logic said so. Always told men whining about marriage just bitter losers. Preached, real men raised DNA doesn't matter, to anyone who would listen. He pointed to, quiet, hard-working, loves mum, took care of me and my younger brother like we were gold. I grew up thinking I knew exactly how relationships work, marriage, and future every day. Never thought what I was inside. I finally look at my brother and laughs. Who's this handsome boy? Like Dad? Everyone says, takes after my side. I remember waking up one night to muffled voices in the kitchen, Mum saying, "You're adding things." In the way, I roll over, nothing of it. There were other moments, but they were easy to a photo where Dad's hand on my brother's shoulder stiff. Shut. Who the kids take after? If it lingered too long, you take from the adults. You believe it's normal. My brother's 15 now. A little different. Stone, curlier hair, sharper cheekbones, but not cartoonishly difficult. My joke laughed. Oh, he takes after my side. Sometimes she even pulled incentives. People dropped it instantly. Dad never so much as raised an eyebrow. Old school. Never the test. Loved us both equally. Coached brothers again with home. Just like you. Dad would brush it off. He's my son. Fast forward. Hit with some nasty health issue. Needs a specific treatment. Hospital compatibility. The panel checks for the closest biological matches in immediate family. Unusual protocol. Dad. Doctor walks in with this frozen dad match. Dad, not biologically related. No, maybe the lab room. The medical room is the doctor keeps glancing between us like he's holding a grenade. Asks if we want to speak privately. Mom says, we're suddenly finds something very interesting on her clipboard. The doctor clears his throat, voice shaking. The words just hang there. No one moves. And I honestly think but then I notice his hands, fingers curling in slow, tight fists on me. Just like Mum laughs. This thin, brittle laugh that's borrowed out. That's ridiculous. You must have mixed up the files. Her eyes keep flicking from Dad to the floor to the door to fall through. The nurse still won't make eye contact. Dad doesn't look at me. Like keeps it in focus, he won't explode. The doctor starts with the clipboard, says something about it and zero ability to not just a mismatch. They're saying Dad and my brother we all thought it was there. I almost miss it. Run it again. Like no, come back. Instantly jumps in. It must be a hospital error. Her voice is just a little too high. I feel this home is dead silent. I can hear Mum's breathing in the passenger seat. She's been running. Locked on the eyes never leaving the road. Anything. But every sentence in my head asks for a private talk with Mum behind closed doors. I hear muffled voices escalating. Mum comes, says nothing. Dad sleeps on the couch that night. Over the next week, the story changes. First says, maybe we should go, but about it. Feels off. Under pressure, she admits it was fair. Essential that some dads work night shifts. Kept seeing him for months. The chance wasn't dad's. Never said a word. Buried it some comical story. Fine tales. Said she met him at a bar near her office. A tall, athletic, black Arius from a couple blocks away. He'd come after work, all swagger and easy smiles. Says he was funny, complimented her shoes. The next week, he remembered her without a bar. First, she told flirting. Then it was just drinks. Then it wasn't just drinks anymore. She'd seen him Wednesdays, then Tuesdays, then whenever he was in the mood. Claims they never talked about marriage. Said he didn't let married too. Like that somehow made it more acceptable. In this serious, wrapped, and Darius moved away. There was a chance she was pregnant. But it sounds more like protecting herself from consequences. That asks if she shakes recently. No, and I'm not going to. She heard another say it was dad mouth like more. It doesn't. For a second, I almost feel. Then I remember he had come clean. A couple nights ago, Dad, low but sharp. I gave you Mum, Dad, and you let me raise another man's son. Mom, you're not the victim and back her. Isn't that what I'd always believed? That real men step up. My DNA doesn't erase years of love and care. How walking away abandoned child, reaching for the talking point, not because they, but because they were familiar. For years, what matters is who's there every day, not some man who it. Blood is just biology. Love is the real. Every time Dad mouth, she self-contained quote. She wasn't just defending herself; she was defending the whole of what didn't even wrong. Like she didn't stop being a betrayal. Whole. My brain instantly tried to frame it like I would in any argument. The child's innocent, relationship complicated. I even caught myself thinking maybe Dad should just get over it, like staying angry would somehow make it worse. I felt dirty, realizing I was walking point I used on this exact position. Just sat there, he'd think at the floor. Mum was crying, saying, "But you raised him." The quote was worse than any shouting. The next morning, I did everything. He looked at me for a long time and said, "That's easy to. You've never been in life after reading this. Seriously? What would you do? Walk away and be branded a cold-hearted day and life paying for it, literally and emotionally?" Honestly, it both me. It punched me in the chest. I still kept telling myself this wasn't as bad as it looked. Relationships survive worse, right? Men get forgiven time, so maybe it's just turn to forgive. I kept thinking about how much harder it is for women to raise kids alone. Like, not telling myself it was. Truth is, I just didn't want to put my dad in the same box as all the angry men I argued with online. I wanted to tell him when it happened. She said she didn't want to lose the marriage and the full stability Dad gave. Translation, she wanted to have her cake and eat it too, I guess. Meanwhile, but I'd catch him staring at himself in the mirror longer than usual, things like how to tell what ethnicity you are. I found in the bin with a different surname over and over, like he was trying it on for size. He even asked, half joking, if I tracked him down, would that make me a traitor? I didn't have to answer. The extended family found out. Instant war. Some sided with Mum. He raised the child. That's others called her a liar and a cheat. Group chats, family gatherings cancelled. We were forced to see everyone at a cousin's birthday eventually. I leaned over to Dad, whispered, "You're a better man than me." Dad forced a polite smile, eyes somewhere else. Mum's friends openly called him out. Some of my own friends, like him, only care about bloodlines. I realized the pressure wasn't just family, it was from the whole damn show. And here's the thing, I caught myself joining in sometimes. Telling the story to friends, trimming out the worst parts so Mum didn't sound too bad. Everyone said, "She's a monster," I'd push back. "No, she's just a human mistake." I didn't even realize I was protecting the cost of my dad's. The unspoken rule seemed to be, women get understanding. Mum's mistake got framed as a lapse in judgment. Dad's reaction got reframed as bitterness. If he pointed out the double standard, people acted like you were attacking as a whole. I grabbed coffee with the girl since high school. I told her the whole story, expecting her to be disgusted. Instead, she shrugged. "Well, he raised him, right? What's the big deal?" When I said it's about consent, she rolled her eyes. "Men always make it about me?" No matter how I explained it, she just kept saying, "But your mum's a good person." I realized in real time how deep the bias runs. Men's losses get reframed as their duty. Cousins to me saying, "We always wondered." Even Grandma said, "My women stayed loyal." Dad felt betrayed, not just about the cheating, but about being forced into a father without a choice. I found out something else, even with DNA proof, because my brother's still under 18 and studying. Dad legally has to keep paying support in our jurisdiction. Trapped. And the kicker? If he refused to pay, they could garnish wages, take his tax returns, even threaten jail. All for a kid the state now knew wasn't biologically his. I had no idea this is what actually goes on. I thought I only went with this nonsense. The whole thing like emotional blackmail, legal extortion with a smiley face sticker on it. One night, I heard shouting, my brother, voice shaking, demanding to know the truth. Did you even love her? Was still alive? Said she loved us both, tried to hug him. He stepped back like he burned him and slammed the door. For days I went with Dad to meet a lawyer, thinking there must be some loophole. The lawyer flipped through papers, said even with DNA proof, until my brother finishes school. Dad asked, so if I died tomorrow, she'd still get it? The lawyer didn't even blink. Yes. I watched Dad clench under the table, but he stayed calm. Dad to a lie and still financially shackled to it. My brother, he went quiet, avoided Mum entirely. I caught him drinking alone in the garage. He felt like he's not even part of the anymore. I didn't know what to say. How do you tell your sibling they're the product of fear? Weeks later, he knocked on my door late at night. And the reason Dad left. I tried to reassure him, but he shook his head. If I didn't exist, none of this would have happened. I sat there in silence, no smile, and that makes it okay. Started asking questions I couldn't answer. Do I even have to call him now? If I find the other guy, do I have to call him Dad? I wanted to tell him love makes me, but the words stuck in my throat. It felt like the lies Mum had been telling for 2 decades. I watched Dad pack a bag. He moved into a small apartment. He's still paying for the house, still paying for my brother, still polite when they took. He's hollowed out. He calls me once a week, voice, asks if I'm okay. Never talks about himself. Paternity tests are for insecure men. Now I'm watching a good, committed man lose half his life to a lie, punished for even thinking about walking away. If he leaves, he's abandoning his child. If he stays, he's living with a woman who lies. No winning. I remember every argument I ever had online about deadbeat dads. Every time I said, DNA doesn't matter, realized I was always imagining men who cheated and ran. Once thought about men who were faithful, trapped in someone else's mess. Mum kept trying to spin it, said, something happened. When he didn't show, she played him. I guess he never really loved us. I wanted to scream at her, but she's still my mum, and I hate that loyalty makes me complicit. Even my split said, should be the person, the child's innocent. Others said, your mum's trash, she knew. Nobody talked about how the system's rigged so away without being destroyed financially and socially. Even then, I caught myself thinking, maybe that's a good thing? Just leave without consequences. Wouldn't more of them do it? Years of being told, men always run, had wired me to see guardrails as necessary. Watching my dad pay for a lie, I started wondering if those guardrails were just cages with knives. Weeks turned into months. Dad stopped coming to birth. My brother didn't smile anymore. Mum threw herself into charity work like she was a teacher and never actually apologized properly. Just kept saying, let's move forward, as if the didn't blow up the present. Late night, calling and saw a post from a guy ranting about how marriage is a scam for men. Normally, I'd roll out. This time, I read every word. Thought about Dad sleeping in that tiny apartment he's still paying for. Mum lives in the house she lied to keep. Thought about my brother wandering for years. Thought about my family splitting into 2 camps overnight. I sat in bed that night thinking about every smug reply I'd ever typed as a man online, the way I'd mocked guys for wanting paternity tests, the insecure. Never once stopped to think how it feels to love a child your whole life, only to be told it's not yours, and then be punished for leaving. I heard Mum on the phone. He'll do in the snap. Here, men's loyalty is unbreakable. I walked into the kitchen the next day and deserve him. He didn't flinch, just said, "You'll understand when it is." The evidence of it hit me hard. He still believed she'd done the noble thing, and everyone else was just too ill to see it. For the first time in my life. At family dinner, someone joked about me settling down. I said, "Maybe I'll." Dad smirked for the first time in months. It's not much when you finally get in marriage because it's a loaded gun pointed at their head the whole time. To help things worse.
Face-off kill confirmed. Pacify the AO kill team. We're winning. Keep it that way.
Target sighted.
Screens trimmed in.
C4 active. Hostile, planting. Body drop. Molotov sighted. Tower shot charge. Eyes on hostile Semtex. Shooter threat removed.
Full threat neutralized. Scour the area. Find whatever they're
That's
hiding.
how the CIA gets it done. Enemy decoy incoming. Enemy throwing C4. Targets eliminated.
Potential threats.
Move it.
Taking the lead. Stay on task. Keep it down.
You are not allowed to stop playing.
Sending flashbang.
Incoming.
Hostile grenade. Kill. Moving up. Hostile flashbang. Hostile stick. Sending Semtex. Move up. One unit down. Semtex front. Blast trap. Incoming flashbang. Blast trap.
Hostiles reclaim the lead.
Semtex incoming. Priming Semtex.
Enemy marksman eliminated.
Semtex out. Weapon system online.
One down.
Hostile stun.
Not much time left. Put this to bed.
Semtex armed.
Enemies destroyed your trophy.
Landing.
Scott, we deserve the beatdown.
Objective. Taking A. Reclaim the advantage. Now hold it. Zone Alpha captured. Control C. Locking down Bravo.
Commencing capture operation.
Losing A. Lost Alpha.
Clean kill. Objective capture in progress.
Taking out.
Guys.
Losing.
Sending
We lost B. Securing Alpha.
Flashbang sighted.
They're taking C. Securing Alpha.
Crimson,
Securing
assist me
zone
on this
A.
OBJ. Incoming flashbang. Hostile grenade. Semtex armed.
Losing Charlie. Taking Alpha.
Frag. Flashbang sighted.
Securing B. Securing Zone A. All zones locked. Secure. Alpha secure. Locking down Bravo. Grenade inbound.
Can do this all day. Hostile sector.
Securing Charlie. We're losing
Capture in
Alpha.
progress.
Losing A.
Taking step.
Losing Alpha. Losing A. Knocking down Charlie. Lost Alpha. Securing Zone A. Secure. Securing C.
long. Tossing flash.
We got the lead. Now hold. This shit ain't working. Nice. Bullet ahead.
Subdex thrown. Subdex. Going subdex.
Watch out! Sniper!
Let's fight.
Enemy down.
Show on the road.
We got a rat. Someone find that fucking traitor.
Target appears hostile. Smoke them.
Tank.
Sniper shooting. We fucking dominated.
Face-off kill confirmed. Falling behind.
Context, front.
Time short. Put your head down and secure the target. They were already dead. Just hadn't realized. Good job.
Mop them up and move out.
phenomenon, sophomore at a fairly prestigious college, majoring in gender, sexuality, and women's studies with a minor in sociology. It's constructed from pillars of theory, kyriarchy, intersectionality, capitalism, and chosen field. I can deconstruct a Disney movie in a 5,000 sticks in Fantasia are phallic symbols of oppressive male labor. I am capital W. My brain is a finely tuned instrument for identifying oppression. A devil engineer. My mom is a I see their partnership, but as a bad, the unwitting but still complicit agent of the long hours, provides everything. The vacations, my tuition. In my mind, this isn't generosity. It's financial leverage to maintain the status quo. The power system. Sacrificed her career. She was years before they got married for domestic servitude. Raising me is unpaid, unvalued, and rendered invisible by the I love them both, of course, but I love them through my ideological lens. I pity my mother. I am critical of my spend my school breaks at home trying to raise their confidence